Battlefield.
Okay, we're talking
Let's
about
go.
Battlefield, which I know nothing about, so I guess Luke's going to be leading this topic.
You've played Battlefield in the past, right?
I have played...
Honestly, for this discussion, like the older the better.
About... Hold on, let me think. Let me check what the cover art was, which should give you some idea, because it came in a box.
I'm assuming it's 1942.
I played maybe an hour or two of Battlefield 2.
Okay, sure. So Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4 era, and previous.
I played a little bit of Battlefield 4. That's the one with the destructible environments, right?
Are you sure you never played 1942? Everybody played 1942. Load up the box art.
Do you know how it makes people feel
Load up the box
when
art.
you say everyone something?
Load up the box art.
You know, everyone loves ice cream. And then if you don't love ice cream...
Do you hate it when I say that?
And then if you don't love ice cream...
Do you hate it when I say that?
You feel left out. You feel isolated, like you're not one of everyone.
You feel left out for not playing 1942?
If literally everyone, you know, if I said everyone has an LTT screwdriver, you'd be like...
You don't exaggerate stuff?
But
you crying right now is not an exaggeration at all?
No, I never played 1942.
Okay. Basically, 3, 4, and before all had server browsers and at least some maps that were enormous.
Shut up.
What?
Are they bringing back like a server list? Like can people host their own servers?
They're bringing back server browsers.
What?
So the Battlefield 6 open beta this was news from like 10 hours ago.
That's illegal.
The Battlefield 6 open beta
illegal.
that happened.
Stop.
They had 2 of them recently.
Stop it.
There was no server browser.
You can't tell me something like this and then fucking rug pull me. You can't. It's not okay.
We'll get there. There was no server browsers. If
I do not get a full release, you are responsible for my blue balls.
If you don't get Okay, it is only partial, but in my opinion, it's only partial full. That is completely fine. That should, in my opinion, still give full release.
Okay, carry on.
So, in those playtests, there was 2 main problems. I had a bunch of problems, but there's 2 main problems that I had.
Okay.
The biggest, most important one was no server browser. My reason for that is Battlefield is a very varied game. Back in the day, all the maps were enormous and had tons of vehicles. And then as it started getting more modern, they got smaller and smaller maps trying to compete with COD. And that was kind of okay, but if you didn't feel like playing a small map, you could just server browse and go to some 24/7 server and play whatever map you wanted as long as you wanted, right? And then they took server browser away, and right around that same time, Battlefield went, boo! The 6 open beta had no server browser and had a lot of really small maps. Even their like biggest map honestly felt like one area of one of the old really big maps in the old games. Jets, like you could have permanent visibility on a jet as it flew around the map because the map was so small. Like it didn't feel right.
It wasn't a battlefield. It was more of a
battle area.
I don't know.
Battle position.
Battle room.
Yeah, there you go. Battle cubby. So people wanted bigger maps and people wanted a server browser. And then this article from Rock Paper Shotgun appeared on, with all the ads, appeared on my device. Battlefield 6 is getting persistent servers and 2 vehicle-heavy maps are coming in the next Labs playtest. 24/7 insert map here, only listings, here we come. So the asterisk, as a couple of people in Floatplane chat have pointed out, is that these persistent servers are for Portal, which is like...
That's a whole other game.
User create... Okay. This is like Battlefield's version of Halo Forge. So it's user-defined rules maps, basically.
Yeah.
But that's what custom servers always were anyways.
Yeah.
Like people pointed out, like, it's not the main modes.
Yes.
And it's like, I don't know if I care.
Well, yeah, I mean, 90% of them are going to be some bullshit mode that is stupid.
Yeah, but then there will just be like...
24/7 this thing.
24/7 domination this map.
Yeah.
And it's like, sick.
That's what I want to play right now.
Let's go. That's all I want. That is totally fine. So I am very excited about this. I'm excited that they're doing vehicle-heavy maps because vehicle-heavy maps almost always tie into larger maps, and I think they need both. It was weird when there would be like one jet in the air on each team. Because I remember back in the day, you like spawn at the airfield and there's like a few jets, 2 helicopters, maybe 2 large helicopters and 1 small helicopter, a like row of tanks. Like it was very vehicle heavy, and the maps they've rolled out have been small and not very vehicle heavy. So yeah, bigger, hopefully. They didn't say that part, but they said vehicle heavy. So hopefully bigger, definitely vehicle heavy maps are coming in the next playtest. And the like actual important part is the persistent servers. That's huge. That's very huge.
That's interesting. So do you think part of this is looking at just like the War Thunders and World of Tanks and CODs of the world, basically going, okay, there is a smorgasbord of pointy, gunny, explodey at other guy, kaboom, go die, go bye-bye, like games at this point. What do we do at this to differentiate ourselves? Because just having good gunplay, I think you just take that for granted. Nobody's gonna
these days, yeah.
Nobody's gonna look at you twice if you don't offer satisfying shooting mechanics.
Gun attachments, cool reload animations, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, all
has
that
been
stuff
solved for quite a while.
It's just that's a given.
Yeah.
So could this be, and is this what you were hoping would be so exciting? Could this be a turning point where these guys go, oh crap, okay, Battlefield is stealing some of our market share by going back in time and doing things that players like. Maybe that's an idea that's worth exploring, to do things that players like.
Yeah. Sorry, one sec. Yeah, I know. So yeah, I think so. I think it's an interesting turning point. I genuinely like name a AAA shooter that you've been excited about.
Halo Infinite.
That was good.
I still like it. I was playing the other day.
How high would you rate it? Name the last AAA game that you don't have to do that for.
B plus.
When someone asks you, how would you rate it?
Okay, hold on. Let me think. A shooter?
Yeah.
Oh God. See, okay. I was actually pretty excited for Overwatch back when that was launching, because it looked like Team Fortress 2, but like more Blizzard, which it's pretty much what it was. Yeah. And
9
I never...
years.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Oh, God.
9 years.
Okay. Hold on. Chat, help me out here. Chat, help me out.
In my determination, it's been basically 9 years.
Okay, okay, it's not AAA. But I was excited for Back 4 Blood. But then you also had the caveat that it was supposed to have been good. I never actually played that one because I heard it wasn't very good.
Everyone just played Left 4 Dead again, which was cool for a little bit.
Oh my God. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Is Splitgate 2 actually AAA?
No, I don't think so. I think that's like AA.
I think that's AA. I'm talking big names, household name
Charge Nuclei says Unreal Tournament. Okay.
All right.
Okay. With that said, we should get some UT going at Whaleland. That would be freaking awesome.
So yeah, it's been a hot minute. And in my opinion, it's because studios have been focusing on the wrong things, all that kind of stuff. And the Battlefield 6 beta, to me, felt like maybe half a step in the right direction.
Okay.
Like there was a lot of things that felt good about it, but like the lack of server browsers, the small maps, all these different things, it didn't feel fully correct. It's the first multiplayer shooter that I had some amount of fun playing by myself, which was a really good sign.
Like without grabbing a crew.
Yeah. I have a buddy that works on that team, and I messaged him that being like, that was a really interesting sign. I found myself playing it solo and was like, whoa.
Right.
Because I don't know the last time I've done that to a shooter.
You haven't even like gamed that much.
Not really.
Lately, by comparison to like before.
Yeah.
The before 4 times.
So it was like, it was in no small parts because games have kind of sucked. So it's interesting. I wish I could find his messages because I want to see the other complaints that I had. But really, like, above all was the map size and the no persistent maps.
All right. Well, I'm hopeful.
Oh yeah, so they did this thing where, and this will hopefully not happen on the persistent servers, but they had a thing where it would autofill servers with bots, and I actually hated that because back in the day it was kind of fun when like every single player that was on the server had a tank because there was only 8 of us.
Yep.
And there was, or maybe it was like 2 helicopters, 3 tanks, and it was like the war of that, basically. Yeah. That was fun and interesting. Like, Battlefield is all about the emergent gameplay, in my opinion. The only in Battlefield was their old tagline, because they'd show like the weird stuff you could do in Battlefield. That doesn't flourish when you're just stuffing it full of bots. Yeah, no server browser, map sizes suck, combat generally feels pretty good. Little light and fast, but it's not COD cancer, so I'll take it. And it sounds like they might have even slowed it down. The medic feels really cool. The medic feels overpowered, which I think is good.
Right, because when you see a medic, you should be like, oh my God, let's war crime him.
Basically.
Because otherwise we're boned.
Basically, to be honest. Because so the medic now gets paddles.
Okay.
And you can just, and somebody's up.
Nice.
Which is crazy. And you can like, you're up. So you can like lift a whole team.
What about Asia though?
Oh my God. You can get a whole team up really, really fast.
Never a land war in Asia.
My God. Which is interesting because, like you were saying, if you don't take the medic down, it's like really hard to actually beat a team back.
Right.
I think there's a certain amount of times that you can go down where you can't get brought back up anymore. And I know that if you get headshot by a sniper, I also thought this was a cool mechanic, you are fatally wounded. You can't come back.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Which adds some interesting.
What if you're headshot by not a sniper?
Then you can still be brought back up.
Interesting. Okay.
Which is it's interesting how they have like kind of hero mechanics in the classes, but not too much.
Snipers will have a role on the team other than just being fucking assholes who don't actually help with anything.
Yeah, except they'll usually just counter snipe each other permanently, so they'll still fill that.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
But some of them will understand. Great. Like there was a challenge where you had to get a certain amount of spots as a sniper. So I was playing sniper for a bit, but I played like relatively close range. And I would really go for those like close combat headshots, and then you'd see medics run up to them and be like, and it doesn't do anything. And I'm like,
and then you'd shoot them because you're a Canadian.
Yes.
Got it. And you think that's funny.
Yes.
Because you're a Canadian.
Cans of food. Has it been long enough? Can we joke about that? Is that too soon? There's no way it's too soon, right? It's been
fine.
Like 80 years.
Oh my God. Nobody read up on Canadian history. We're nice. I'm sorry. We said we're sorry. What do you want? They were expired, I guess. Okay.
They were expired.
There was no war crimes in the Bosing Sea. Someone expired.